Skills.
Saves.
Athletics, perception, so intimidation.
I think
There we
chugging
go.
the coffee was a bad idea.
Yeah, that's alright. That's all things missing.
It is very possible the beginning of this will not have very many people, but that is fine.
Everybody's watching the other one.
Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 5 people watching that one. Don't worry, I'll signal blast.
They were pretty high up in the Twitch D&D stream thing earlier because I saw them. I was looking through streams because I like to go bully people who are playing D&D.
Wow, okay. That's pretty good.
They were, I think,
Get the stream up on my phone.
scroll
I
down.
don't know. Why is that happening? My mic aux is being foolish with me. I could see it being a freak. Does my mic sound? Oh no. Oh, things are happening.
No, we're gonna be fine.
There's an audio coming through that shouldn't be.
The drum loop goes so hard.
You really do though.
That's so funny. That's such a funny sentence. Alright, we'll be using this for now. It'll make it a bit easier. I sound a bit worse, but there's no feedback, so that's perfect.
Yay.
Yippee! Yippee! I'll wait a little bit for us to get started, not too long.
Alright. I've signal blasted the stream to all of the gays I know.
Lovely.
Only the gays.
Only the gays are allowed in here.
You know what? Throughout this bit, because it's going to be a bit of back and forth between us, I'm going to get you guys spells in.
Does if I on our on one of our play dates if I bought if I bought the license to have like the stream pop up on a New York Times Square billboard, am I good for like 10 sessions?
For only 10?
I think you underestimate how much that costs.
Yeah,
No,
really,
I understand how much it costs. It's $8,122 for a 30-second advertisement on one day.
That is wild. Why do you know that?
My lord.
Because he's looked into it, obviously.
I'm from New York.
Fair enough, but I've seen
Well,
billboards
I live
around
there.
here, and I was like, I never thought about asking how much it costs to put shit on there.
Oh, I know the prices of all billboards in my area for about 20 miles.
I don't know how to feel about
Oh
that.
my goodness.
There's
people here. Look at the people.
Because on the implication
People.
that
I love
on-
people.
on the implication that I one day end up winning the lottery, I want to put up random advertisements for random things all over the US. Some of them for things I care about, some of them for things I don't care about. One of them is just going to be an image of me drinking a Baja Blast, but with like
howdy, y'all.
but with
Look
like
at you doing the thing
specifically
here.
like
I love
blurring
that.
out the bell, so people
Baja.
can't.
I see
what
you,
up?
Bard.
You should put up advertising for Atticus Whitelaw's law firm.
Oh, you mean White Law and Associates? That's been closed for a while.
Exactly. No, open it again and do it.
Open it again.
Man, you're right.
It's
The drum loop does go hard.
They do.
Okay.
It's just Atticus. For the longest time, it was just Atticus running like in the law firm, and I tried to hire a few more people. And the moment I hired them, they got really, really good jobs. So I closed the law firm, and it just me.
Stop throwing fancy
So-
dice. I'm getting sad.
Just
So,
name the law form White Law and White Law.
Before we begin,
White Law and White Claw.
before we go into this, so in North Carolina, like where I am, near where I used to live, there was a law firm, and it's one day I'll get 2 other people to join me to play the other 2, because there was this law firm had the greatest partner name of all time. It was called the Offices of Godly, Glazer, and Funk.
Are you joking?
Fuck.
I will
This
Google this. I will
this-
100%
this is
Google this right
real.
now.
This is real. The offices of Godly, Glazer, and Funk.
Actually, that sounds familiar.
And
So
I think
funny.
I think of that all the time because that's such a funny like trio name to just like show up. They've shown up in campaigns that I've run before because I find it hilarious.
Let me actually switch to this screen. There we
There's
are.
no actual way this is real.
Let me get my fucking note cards ready to take notes on.
So
This
like
is actually real.
the bandit party of Godly, Glazer, and Funk. I've done that in campaigns I've run.
Godly Glazer and Funk PLLC is a law firm serving clients in matters involving family law, divorce, wills, trusts, and estate planning. That is wild.
Yeah, there's also a there's a dentist near where I used to live whose name was Gary A. Roach, and I think about that all the time.
I think about him constantly.
I think about Gary a Roach all the time because I just imagine like a roach doing Gary a Roach doing dentist work. Gary, there's a roach.
Gary the Roach.
There was a really really well-known dentist whose name was like completely deranged because he picked it when he was a kid.
I've seen that. Yeah,
What was his name? Something lizard.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was like something wizard.
There it is. Dr. Loki Sky Lizard.
Absolutely
That is his
insane.
actual name that you can actually look up, and he has a clinic in Springfield, Missouri.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get
That's-
us started. We have so many people here.
Yeah,
Does-
let's go.
You're giving me a 1 minute and 30-second advertisement. This is bullshit.
Is there an ad that popped up just now? Okay, we're gonna wait till the ads are done. I did not do that on purpose.
That's timing.
All right, let's start.
Hey, we're gonna start. Here's an ad.
A minute and a half ad. Eh.
That's crazy.
You know what? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna watch Rubius play Fortnite instead of this.
You're gonna watch Rubius play Fortnite. I'm gonna.
And
Oh yeah.
now
No,
we have-
didn't I tell you that my camera would work in the stream?
So it's working right now?
Yeah, it is. I can see it. Got adjust this shit.
That is
I still got 45 seconds left on this ad. It's a long ass ad.
I'm so sorry for your
Chris
loss.
is having an ad for Canadian dairy farmers.
This
right
is
now.
This is the fun part about having something called Twitch Prime, bro. You should like
For
totally
me,
get
it
it.
was Spectrum Unlimited. Oh, and now it's hair
Get
products.
his ass on Twitter.
Well, I had Chrome and now it's Smart Food.
You should totally get something called Twitch Prime.
I've got the
Silly,
Progressive
silly.
Ticker commercial.
That was an ad for hair filler, and what is this now? That is Eric Andre screaming at a shelf.
It's so
It's-
weird.
oh, it's
Yeah, that's
Love him.
FanDuel.
oh, it's FanDuel, yeah.
Camera works and stops working all the time. All right, I'm just.
All
gonna
right.
leave it up.
That's alright.
Now
It
now
should be
the
good
ad's
now.
over, Dust.
Lovely. Love that so much. Oh, now I need to hide that. There we go. So, we are going to start. First things first, we start in a tavern, in the Talons in the northeastern side of Falana. Mountainous regions all around, snow pelting outside. All of you are in here. Well, most of you are in here. One of you isn't. Cough, cough, Mavrock. Most of you are in here, glancing about, having just a brief respite from the storm outside when there are two people chatting to themselves about a place known as Okerthel, speaking about dragons and legends unknown by many. It believes to be myth, things heard out and about, not the land of Okerthel itself, but the land holding anything of meaning other than being a place where dragons live, therefore no one should go there. That is when a man enters the room. From the tavern doors, there is a tall man wearing a deep, cuddly-looking cloak with various furs and pelts covering most of his body and face. Depicted on it are various dragons dancing about, similar to a kimono almost. And he stands in the room, everyone staring at him for a moment, in disbelief about this land of Okerthel,
And as a smile crosses his face, he says, well, would you like me to prove you wrong? And it is in that moment that 5 of you find each other. And 5 of you spend the next few months traveling across Falana, about 3 months in total, until you eventually get past the woods on the northern side of Falana and find yourselves on the exact opposite side, the northwestern half, in the bleak wastes. With snow all around, nothing but constant blizzards, nothing but defensive maneuvers, spare rations. You all endure the storm. And today is the last day that you are said to be traveling while this guide of yours helps you through this blizzard. You are approaching the shores of the bleak waste now. There is a terrible blizzard going on right now. You hold your hands in front of your face to block the hurt from the rigidness. And who would like to go first in describing their character? I will roll a d6 if nobody wants to. Or I guess a d5, actually. d10.
Alright, I got it.
Alright. Describe what your character looks like for me.
Yeah, Robert Zwinhander is a relatively tall individual, but nowhere out of the relative norm. But as you look closer, the first thing you can immediately notice is completely donned in an armor, shining silver with furs, in certain areas to protect neck guards and various likes. Javelin strapped to his side, sword strapped to his back. Sitting there while are they like traveling dust or like what's going on?
You guys are actively trudging through snow.
Yeah, so while everyone else is probably like bracing through the storm and like freezing to death, Robert is currently walking and carving a little like totem in his hand out of wood.
Mm-hmm. And as you carve, what does the totem look like, actually?
It's an image of almost like a children's doll that has sullen eyes. Very, very kind of creepy if no one like got the message, but back where he came from, this was a popular like children's toy to carve and give to people.
And as such, we somewhat zoom in on the toy for a second, and the snow falls away around you. And Robert, you are walking around one of the first towns that you grew up in. You are clad in your armor as usual, your helmet held to your side, and you can see children running to and fro with a fountain in the distance, and alongside you is one of your compatriots clad in a very similar armor. And you all are engaging in conversation, and he looks to you, and he says, so, what was that about the word on the mission they wanted to send us on? There's some threat up north, I hear?
Yes, apparently we're being attacked on the borders once more. A real shame, but our job. Sit here, protect this village.
Indeed, indeed. We haven't failed yet. I can't imagine it could be anything too stressful. But all will be well, I am sure. And
no, I would highly reckon that's likely. And as we're like talking, I imagine like a kid walks by and he quickly like hands them the doll he had just finished carving. They run off happy, big smiled.
I think that's exactly what happens.
Now break my heart, Dust.
And as that kid walks over the horizon, there is a rumbling in the ground beneath you as the wind picks up around you, a fog overtaking the village. You're confused and disoriented at first, but you hear cries all around you. Equally cries of fear and terror as some of the civilians of the village begin to run, and also war cries of your fellow warriors as all of you begin to march northward to the border. And it is there as you march and go beyond the fog just enough to see the maw of a giant gray dragon reaching out to swallow you whole before that same friend pushes you to the side and is immediately chomped in half by this dragon. Over the next hour or so, you and your compatriots fight as hard as you possibly can, and you watch one by one as each of them perish. A few of them are able to get away in order to help some of the civilians escape, but they are caught and found eventually. Except for you. And it is in that moment where you return to your village still clad in your armor, the scorched remains of the debris hitting against your armor. You find the doll sitting on the ground. And you see the track marks of the dragon leading to a place you are always destined to go now. And that is where you will end up sooner or later.
Mhm.
And as you continue to carve this doll reminded of your time, who would like to go next? Don't make me roll a d4.
I'll go.
All right.
So, as everybody else is kind of like pushing their way through the snow, Nadar, being a silver dragon, is just following along behind them. The snow not really affecting him to any degree.
Similar to Robert, I imagine. Both of you were in the back.
Yeah, he's just trudging along, making sure that his equipment's all set for this journey to Okorthel.
All right. As you are sort of just walking forward, your backpack slung over your back, you look around and we see you in a forge, along with a mason right next to you. I imagine you have spent time being an artificer, developing various weaponry. And we see as you come in for the first day, you are excited for the job, your new boss meets you, and time begins to pass as you do this over and over again for how long do you think it would take until your character eventually gets bored of this life?
Of working in a forge?
Yeah,
Probably
just for a little.
probably just a few years.
That makes
Probably
sense.
get very samey after a while.
Mm-hmm. And in that moment, you see your boss walks up to you, puts a hand on your shoulder, their sort of beady grip, and they go, "Aye, lad, what's the trouble? You don't seem to be putting in as much gumption as you usually do. Are you doing all right, my friend?"
Yes, I'm doing all right. I want to go out and do something.
I can understand that. Well, there are plenty of things for you to do. I need to go down to the shop later to have things... He kind of rambles on a little bit about various chores and activities, and he looks over at you, very much not interested in what he's saying. And he says...
I don't mean
No.
like that.
He pauses, he chuckles, and he says, All right. How about this, then? And he reaches over above one of his shelves and pulls out a piece of paper that is tattered and worn with time. You can see that there are various splotches of stain on it from what seems to be snow or ice on the map that has since melted to form some water stains. And he hands it to you and he says, I think you are one of the most talented I have seen in this business, but I also think that means you shouldn't be here. Overqualified. I think you would be much better suited exploring a place that I've always wanted to explore. There's many things you could find there, and if you're looking for something new, I can assure you you'll find it here. You see a big circle on this map, a large northern continent known as Oberthel.
I'll take the map from him and thank my mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd gather my belongings and head out.
Yes, and as you break the border of the door, your foot stepping on the hard stone of the village, your other foot hits snow, and you are back standing in the bleak wastes, walking towards somewhere you don't know yet. You can still see this cloaked figure at the front of the group, sort of trudging onwards. He is kind of like hunkering himself down in his cloak, but he doesn't actually seem that affected by it either. He's not like trudging that much. He's just walking. More or less shielding his eyes, so he's not pelted with snow. And you look forward with a smile on your face and a glint in your eye for a steadfast adventure. Who would like to go next? I'll roll a d6.
I'm scared.
Eeny, meeny, miny, one of you.
Eeny, meeny,
Eeny,
miny,
miny,
To hold the hand,
Sephi.
Lizzie. Yes.
Please describe how your character looks.
All right. So, my character is downed with like very thick layers of like coat. Like she was prepared to for this travel. She has some tattoos on her face and her neck. Got like the brown skin, darker brown hair. She's got a very sharp expression to her. But throughout their travel, she's been pretty positive and optimistic so far.
And as you sort of walk through, prepared, clutching to your cloak, we see your hand as it folds around the border of your jacket. And we see your hand clutching onto another's for a moment. You are sitting at one of the highest peaks you can sit on. The sky is a mix of light and dark blue with a pink, endless horizon, the sun rising over the mountains around you. And you see somebody look over to you with a smile. What do you say to her?
Oh.
Oops, so sorry. What did you say?
What was the last thing you heard me say? Sephi is dead. What was the last thing you heard me say, Sephi?
I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you properly.
You're okay. I'll repeat it again. As you clutch your cloak, holding it over you, we see your hand clutching onto another hand, and we look outwards as she leans against you for a moment. We see the clouds beneath you, and all of the sky is a mixture of light blue and dark with a border of a bright pink as the sun begins to set. And you rest firmly above the clouds. She looks at you, tilts her head, and smiles. What do you say to her?
I'm not ready.
Oh, I know. But it'll be fine. There's so many things out there, love. You need to go out and try something. We can't just stay cooped up here, after all.
I don't mind staying cooped up here as long as I'm with you.
Yes, well, I mind staying cooped up here, and I'm going to leave sooner or later, she says, very cheekishly.
Alright. I'm not stopping you. But I'm not gonna leave you alone.
Well, good. And she stands up. Then I guess you're coming with me.
Yes. Exactly that.
She smiles. And as she stands holding your hand, she begins to run off of the mountain as you two begin to move throughout the mountaintops. And it is years later we find you alone, walking through the landscape, very different from before. You look up and you see the clouds. Now you witness the bottom of them. The sky is no longer bright blue and pink. It is nighttime, and you see the bottom of the clouds. There are no stars out tonight. Just the right amount of luminance that you can't quite see them. And you go to reach for your bag, and there is a familiar sensation that runs over you, but a certainty in your heart that you know what you need to do. And as you stand here trudging through the snow, you look to your left, northward, and somehow through all the clouds and the blizzard, you can see the base of a mountain, very far away, a mountain you firmly recognize. All right, Lizzie or Atlas?
Oh. Atlas, do you want to go first? I'm scared.
Up to you.
I'm scared.
Do you want me to choose? I can
both of you.
choose.
If you're scared, I'll go first.
Okay, you can go,
Please
Atlas.
go.
Go for it, Atlas.
Okay. Enli is firmly wrapped up in a cloak, just as many of the others are. But rather than a cloak that's trimmed with fur or made of thick material, this one seems a bit more suited for perhaps a ranger in the summertime, in a more temperate environment. Completely seeming unbothered by the temperature and the conditions around them, they sort of walk through the snow with a slightly awkward gait, just marching straight ahead, not really taking too much time to look around or converse with the others quite yet. They tend to keep a little bit more to themselves. And with their cloak hood raised, as it has been for the entirety of the journey, you find that you can't really see beneath the hood, that it casts somewhat of a shadow across where Enli's face would be. And if you were to squint really closely, perhaps you might see a small flash of blue beneath it, but you wouldn't see anything else.
And as your cloak sort of blows in the wind, you hold it close to you, tightly concealing whatever lies beneath. We see and hear the ringing of a bell as you walk through the doorway of a small shop-like room. You see a woman sitting, writing something down in ink and quill. The letters begin to glow on the page. You know her. You've heard of her. Her name is Kiana. She seems to be a wizard who specializes in the planes. She sees you come in, she adjusts her glasses, and she says, "Oh, hello there. I wasn't expecting visitors today. Is there any way I could help you?"
I believe that you might have information that could be of use to me or my friends.
Oh, really? Well, I am specialized in that which is beyond our plane. Are you looking for a portal of some kind?
Perhaps. It will depend on the price.
Price? Well, let's see here. I know that there are a couple places in Ulvunter that tend to have pretty high concentrations of this, but most of them are incredibly dangerous. I know there's a desert that's recently been revitalized, but I imagine that's pretty far away from here for anyone. I can't imagine you'd want to go to the Wound. She's like flipping through a book. And there's a moment as she's flipping through, you see the glimpse of a mountainous range in her pages. And it strikes a chord with you, a place unknown, a place with endless possibilities.
What about that one?
Oh, she flips back a bit. Ogrethel? Well, I mean, I haven't really been there myself. It's quite the dangerous place. Truth be told, I don't know anything about them, which means anything could be there. Do you want to go there?
Do you think it would serve me?
She ponders for a moment. I think if what you're looking for is knowledge, perhaps a portal, perhaps information I might not have, well, the only place I can think to get it is a place I haven't been yet.
Enli sort of tilts their head a little bit, the cloak following with them, and just puts one gloved finger on the book, tapping it, and goes, "I'll need everything that you have about this place, no matter how sparse."
She smiles. She says, "Well, all right then, but I normally accept payment. I'd like something else in return if you don't mind."
Emily reaches inside the cloak and pulls out something about the size of a business card, and it's sort of a flat rectangle made out of a thick, sturdy leather, so thick that it doesn't really bend. It's pretty solid, and it has a complicated engraving on it, stained red, like a deep brick red, and they slide it across the table, and it's an insignia not very well known by many, and it has a bit of power of its own. Nothing too powerful or anything, but it holds value that anyone who might be a little bit more magically inclined would be able to pick up.
There's a glint in her eye as she adjusts her glasses, investigating it for a moment. She picks it up. She looks at it a bit. She slides it under her table and she says, "Well, first things first, I recommend you go to the Talons. Rumor has it someone's been taking people on tours." And from there, we catch you up. You moving through the snow, this person in question standing most likely just a few feet in front of you, still trudging through the snow. You can see the shore now. You see the water crashing against the land that you're walking on. And in the distance you see a blue glow as well, all of you do. But you're not quite there yet. Which passes to Lizzie. Please describe your character.
Okay. Let me take a swig of my Red Bull.
Your red bug.
Okay.
I want Red
My
Bull.
Red Bug.
A red bug.
Hemlock is another dragonborn. Quite similar to Bandit in the party, but it's sort of pale, opalescent tinge to his skin, and it is skin, it isn't scales. It looks sort of taut and sickly, like leather that's dried out for too long. He trudges with some difficulty in the snow. Oddly, not at all dressed for the weather in any way, shape, or form. And it's hard to tell whether or not he's cold and not saying anything, or simply just doesn't care. But, boy, he looks ugly. He looks awful.
And as you kind of have that thought, thinking about yourself, thinking about you, the way you look, the way the snow is hitting against your skin, you hear those thoughts manifest in a voice that you would have since long forgotten by now. You stand within the walls of a temple. You see lava pouring down from the sides, the black stone forming the walls, fires blazing everywhere, and someone is giving you a stern talking to at the moment. You have been a bit rough lately in your practicing of magic. And they kind of... They're pointing to you and they're sort of wagging a finger. And they're like, "Seriously, Hemlock, you're getting out of control. You need to make sure you can keep these things to yourself. Do you understand me?" And as she's talking, you see someone behind you who you remember very fondly mocking her. Kind of like doing little talking with the hand motions, like looking at you, making stupid, silly faces. How does Hemlock react to this?
I think for a good first bit, it looks like he's listening, or at least trying to listen, and then his gaze slowly shifts over to the other person, and he watches them doing what they're doing, and he laughs openly, like just starts laughing.
And the priest in front of you kind of stops and like mouth agape surprised. And she says, "Fine, I'll be having a discussion with your mentors then. We'll get this sorted out right spick and span, young man." And she starts to walk away, storming off.
He sticks out his tongue.
And you see your friend behind her sticks out a tongue as well and says, "Seriously, I mean, she just gets on my nerves sometimes, doesn't she?"
Yeah, and everyone's always on my ass. Always. All the time. I don't know why.
And they kind of like wrap an arm around your shoulder, and he goes, "I know why."
Why?
He looks at you, and then he just like flicks your nose and goes, "'Cause you're stupid," and then laughs at you. Expecting a retort. He's being very cheeky with you.
This campaign is going to kill us all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And when you don't immediately like laugh back, kind of pauses and the smile fades, and he says, "You know, I actually looked into some of that stuff you asked me to look into. Follow me for a sec." And kind of motions
Really?
you to follow him.
You did all that?
I mean, yeah, I wanted to make sure that, you know, my friend's happy and all that, especially with how much flack you get for existing. And he follows you down a flight of stairs, going beneath the annals of the library, and immediately you are offset by all of this. You are instilled with a sense of nervousness and anxiety because you are not meant to be here. And he starts rummaging through old books, dusty and forgotten. And he says, "How about this one? I thought I found this one. I think this one might help you a bit." And it is so dusty that you cannot even see the cover of the book. It is just thick with like cobwebs and grime.
Looks a bit shit.
Exactly why I think it's for you, dum-dum. And he kind of pushes it into your arms.
I can't believe this.
And you're holding a book now. One that is very dusty and old and forgotten. Do you open it?
I was gonna say, can I, using my hand, just sort of attempt to swipe away the dust on the cover?
Yeah. You swipe away the dust, and there is a moment of pause as something strange, something feels off immediately. You're looking at this book, and it is far too coincidental with the title of the book and the contents within. You are intrigued because the first thing you see is Draconic Origin. You being one of the few Dragonborn that actually here, or at least the few Dragonborn of your type, the only of your type. You are confused and concerned. And you begin to read through it, I imagine.
Oh, of course.
You learn...
off the cover with how eager he is to devour what's in the book.
And over the next couple weeks, you will sneak this book out and about to read more and more about it, and you discover more and more about the dragons and the Dragonborn, their history, who made them, the Titans and their involvement. You learn about Tenignus and how Tenignus made various dragons, almost all of them, so they can breathe fire and remake things in a glorious image. You learn about Aloris's interactions with them, creating the flying, beautiful monstrosities that fill the air. You look at Sonoquus, and you find Sonoquus's hand in the sea serpents and dragon turtles that reside amongst. And then you get to a page that's ripped out. And you're immediately filled with despair. You don't see anything on your type of dragon. You are an origin that is not mentioned here, and alone one night you find yourself back in that library. And you find it. Clear as day, a piece of paper slipped under something hidden and it seems to have almost been burned. But you make out a few words, enough for you to come to a realization that you were not prepared for. You see the name of a titan that you have never heard the name of, because no one has dared to mention it. Apophis. And beneath it, you see crystalline draconic origin. And it's in that same night that your temple is attacked by a creature far unbeknownst to you, and in that chaos, you run away. With only one word remaining on the paper, allowing you a goal. Okrithel, the land of dragons. And it's as you start to push through the snow even more, you see a blue glow in the distance. Your feet on the snow suddenly creak and twist as you stand on the remains of an abandoned ship. And as you step forward, you can see the clatter of what seemed to be a battle at one point. There is blood staining the ground, a gray fog everywhere, unknown to all of you. And as you step into this blue glow, you find yourself, the snow light just for a moment still hitting your head, but now this icy ocean that was in front of you, it's behind you. And you can see the silhouetted figures of mountains, no longer hundreds of miles away across an endless sea, but a good walking distance. And you hear from the man up front, cloaked in this robe clad with draconic imagery, there's a chuckle, and he says, "Well, we made it." And as he says that, the silhouette of a stone nearby, you realize it's very oddly shaped. You don't understand the figure until the snow lets up just a little bit for you to see the clothes of a man standing there, floating in the wind, standing tall atop this rock. If you would please describe your character for me, Ox.
Here we go. Mavrok is a Ronso. He is the son of the ex-champion and the current champion of his people. He is wearing a fur cloak that he made out of a mother drake that he hunted when he was younger, a leather belt and a sash that is adorned with dragon teeth from his many hunts, steel bracers that have many different symbols, mostly carved in a language that would be unknown to most who have never seen or heard of them, leather boots, and a neck piece with what seems to be a broken horn. A similar horn is sprouting out of the middle of his head.
Mm-hmm. And as you stand there for a moment, we see you standing somewhere else, atop a mountain looking down, and across you is a pond, and on the other end of the pond you see this cloaked figure standing there in front of you. You both are in a somewhat meditative state as he looks over, and he says, "So, do you think you'd be able to help? I have some people that are looking to explore this land. I figure it would be good to have a man on the inside, don't you agree?"
He's going to look up from his meditation and open his eyes, his golden eyes, and just stare into this cloaked figure's soul and grumble. If you believe you have information on where the roar is, then Mavrok will help you.
Good. I do believe I do. I'll even give you a little tidbit right now, because I do believe you wish to help. I feel like you need just a little bit of motivation. Do you know of the mother? He says, looking at you, waiting for a response.
Asking Mavrok of the mother is unexpected, but yes. Verithor told me much about her. I follow her teachings closely.
He looks at you and blinks, and there is a chuckle beneath his breath, and he says, No. Not that one. And he looks out over the mountains, and he says, there is another. Did you know rumor has it, her nap is coming to an end. And from there, we will see you standing back on this rock, and the man claps a couple times very slowly, and he says, "Wonderful job, all of you. You actually managed to survive the journey. Now, I imagine we might want to get settled. I'll let you two discuss some things. I have an errand to run very briefly, alright?" See, he snaps his fingers and disappears with a pop and a puff of snow, and I will put you all on a map. That's actually all of Okerthel. Not that one. Actually, no, we'll do that one. Why not, huh? I'll show you all Okerthel.
Wahoo!
Let me see the map.
I forget. For those that have not used this really quick, in the left side of Fantasy Grounds, there is a little dragon symbol with the text image Okerthel Southeast. Click on that, it'll open up, and there should be a button in the top right of that picture to help expand it so you can actually see it properly.
Oh, here we go.
Is it weird that I don't see that?
I'll put it in side chat again, because sometimes it does get a little screwy.
Okay, I appreciate it.
It's in the Fantasy Grounds side chat, not the Discord.
That's
This is
very
so cool.
strange. There we go, much better.
You all are at the underbelly, the lowest point, and you can see surrounding your feet is a giant blue runestone glowing. It seems to be dying down. This trip seems to partially be one way. You imagine with time this would open back up again, but obviously you don't plan on leaving yet. And all of you stand amongst each other, the snow beginning to die down a little bit. Oh, you're pinging. I can see that. I suppose in this brief moment of silence, as your guide disappears and you are all amongst each other, what do you do?
You mind if I go?
I don't mind at all.
Mavrok is going to look at each and every single one of them individually down. Considering this man is standing at 8'10", he looks down specifically at the Dragonborn, and his face kind of twists into a little bit of disgust, and he grumbles. And then he approaches them and is standing like maybe 2 feet from them and just goes, "What are you?" To both of them.
Mm-hmm. And I will also clarify for everybody else, you have never seen this race before. You don't know what Mavrok is.
Robert's gonna put his hand on his sword.
Henley's watching from the side, just very intrigued, head tilted
No,
slightly.
it's just standing there like, what the fuck?
Hemlock takes a few steps forward to stand way too close to him and looks directly up.
Do you say anything or you just stare at him?
No, I'm just staring at him.
Mavrok is going to stare back at him. And they're just locked now, just staring at each other.
Yeah.
He refuses to talk.
Hemlock's
No.
just doing the toddler stand.
So, are you all going to? Are you two going to start making out or something, or is this weird game just for you two?
I don't know.
You're
he
providing a lot of
the whole-
strange tension in the novels my brother used to bring me. Very similar.
What type of novels are your brothers reading?
My brother was a vile man.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm going to have...
A big fan of what you all call romance. I found it quite ridiculous.
I mean, That doesn't sound bad. I mean,
No maiden should fall in love with the pirate that captured them. That should not be that should not be a popular theme.
oh,
They're a brigand, a bandit, a thief and criminal. You don't fall in love with a man like that.
Hey Nox, what was it you wanted to do?
Oh yeah, no. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna have Mavrock very, very slowly turn his attention towards I forget the name of your character, Baha, give me a hand here.
Robert.
I'm gonna have him very, very slowly turn around to Robert, look down at him, also kind of twist his face, but not in disgust, this time in confusion.
I walk closer to them, to that little kerfuffle.
Little.
I wasn't calling you little. Let's call your kerfuffle little.
That is fair enough.
I
Maverick's
must
gonna
tell
rip-
you, it's uncomfortable a little bit to stand very close to Hemlock because he smells a little bit.
I can't tell.
Don't worry about it.
So funny.
But Robert
Mhm.
gets close to the two of them standing so close together and going, "It's rude to ask other people what they are when you won't even introduce yourself. Let's not be rude."
I'm gonna have him raise his brows, like a little bit kind of offended, and just ask Robert first. All right. Then how about you tell Mavrock what you seek in the sacred lands, and then he will introduce himself.
I have an enemy that I believe to be here.
What kind of enemy?
Everybody roll a perception check as you say that.
Oh god.
crazy.
Which dice is that again?
Why did I roll physical dice?
So, yeah, let me really quick. In Fantasy Grounds, open your character sheet. You can do so by either going to the characters and opening it, or I think you can't do it there.
Oh,
Or you can double click your little profile in the top left there.
That's not what I'm gonna do.
Go to the skills tab. And then you should be able to see something. I believe for you, perception is +5. You're going to drag that +5 over to the left in the little side chat and drop it. And there you go, just like that.
Yeah.
So, how do I say your character's name, Hunter?
Who, me?
No, Hunter.
Nadar.
Nadar? Okay. Nadar, Nan, and Enli. You both are kind of standing to the side as, like, this interaction is happening. Like, both your hands up, like, ooh, okay. Watching.
The three bastards are the ones that see this? The three fuckers?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, the
get a
three
load of
arguing.
this guy.
Mhm.
Get a load of this fella.
And as you ask Mavrock, what was it exactly you asked? What are you looking for, or like what kind of enemy?
Yeah, what kind of enemy?
As you ask that, gray fog begins to pour downwards, and the wind gets faster. And Robert, your attention, whatever anger you had towards these two individuals, is immediately swept away. Because you know exactly what's happening as you hear the roar before anyone else does. Even though you're the lowest, you hear it immediately, and you know what's happening.
Think you don't have time to know this. Prepare everyone.
Mm-hmm. And
Let's go.
Hemlock and Mavrock, you both look upwards beyond the fog, and you can see the silhouette of a massive dragon. And all of you hear the roar as it begins to descend downwards towards all of you. And we're going to kick off this campaign with an initiative roll.
Oh, fuck.
As you
Okay.
join me
No.
all on Okrathel Ruins 1.
I just have to roll.
It should be your initiative, I believe, is on your main character page. I think it's shortened to init. It's next to your AC. Click and drag, just as before. Ooh.
It's a black screen.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh yes, it'll be a black screen for a moment till I get you guys down.
Here.
Now,
Nadar,
I will warn you
heard
now.
Robert say prepare, and his gauntlet starts sparking.
Perfect. I love that. I will warn you guys ahead of time. This combat is not meant for fighting.
I worded you ahead of time.
If you wish to fight this thing, it is not a good idea. I will never dissuade you from doing anything literally ever. However, I wouldn't suggest it. I'm trying
to dissuade you right now.
However, I'm trying to dissuade you right now. I'm gonna put the freaks next to each other. Hold on.
Freaks.
The freaks.
That's what I like to
Yeah,
hear.
make Maverick and Hemlock share a square.
Alrighty. Oh yes. Don't. Stop it! Stop it! I'll kill you, Baha.
It's my favorite thing to do.
Don't move anything yet. You'll die. You'll die. I actually did very briefly forget to put your guys's what's it called? To change the way that you all see health, because you're supposed to see health.
Oh boy.
Status. I do apologize. Let me make sure I get this taken care of. Token. Show health. Bar. There you are. Show enemy health. Bar. There you go. I will unlock you all really quick. It looks like the first is actually non, as all of you hear the flapping of wings and the roar of a giant dragon descending from up above. The blizzard begins to push onwards as it turns a tinge gray, and a fog blocks most of your vision. You hear, with crackled breath, "You are not meant to be here. I know you. You are meant to leave." As this dragon, Teravek, the Keeper of Secrets, who actually, surprisingly, I think only Non can see right now, which is very funny.
I can see them.
Oh, you can see them? Lovely. As they descend from the sky.
Me neither.
And then they say, "Now where are you, interlopers?" And the first up to go is Non.
So, yeah, we're not fighting this thing. That's not what we're doing.
I'll put him right here. There you are.
I think our main purpose is going to get away from there, you know?
Absolutely.
So I'm just gonna stealth.
I will have the first thing you do for me, actually. Roll a martial check. In this case, a perception check. Martial checks are something each and every one of you can do as a free action at any point in your turn. To determine something about the enemy or, really anything in general. You just have to specify.
Perception?
Perception for this one. I'm going to give you perhaps means to see. A 13 is good enough. I just needed you to beat a 10. Your instinct goes to stealth, and you immediately glance around everywhere to see if there are ways that you could gain advantages in hiding from this thing. You see several ruined buildings out and around you. You also see several stones. That needs to be turned on.
I saw him for a second.
Various debris and clutter out and about. You think if you can get there in time, you might be able to hide from this thing before it can even spot you.
Okay, so, and you said the ruins and then rocks?
Yes, the ruins of the rocks are your best bet.
How big are the ruins in comparison?
Very big. With a 13, your eyes pierce through the fog to see this building to your left, just barely beyond the rock, but mainly this building to your right. It appears to be various buildings people once lived in that have since been destroyed, and they're now clutters of debris that you might be able to poke your head under if you needed a moment of reprieve.
I think my best bet would have to go with the ruins. I could
Alrighty.
go for the ruins.
You can also see, it's a little hard to see because of the blizzard, right in front of you is a slope. It'd be hard to get up that. It's like this weird thing here, but if you're going for this one here, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you? But you're a ranger, so you do have spells. Are there any spells you have that you would want to cast here? I'm not saying you have to. I just didn't put the spells in like a freak.
I don't. For at this moment, not right now. But I
Gotcha.
think I do have some good spells.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I do have some spells.
In that case, I will have you simply roll a stealth check for me. Given
Alright.
that you have seen the places that you can hide, I'll have you roll with advantage.
Ooh, okay.
So in order to roll with advantage, in the bottom left beneath the chat, but next to all the dice, there's ADV. Click that and then roll the stealth check.
Oh, awesome.
A 20. You said you wanted to go over here?
Yeah.
You immediately dart forward through the snow. You all see not disappear, but move swiftly and quietly through the snow as you immediately hide behind this little crevice here between the rock and the building. You are successfully hidden. Who would you like to pass to? Initiative is a little bit different for those who haven't played in one of these games before, where instead of it being a set order that we go down, you get to pass to someone at the end of your turn, and if you have damaged something, that thing, if it has not gone yet, can steal the turn and disallow you to pass. The same goes for you. If an enemy hits you and you are not knocked unconscious and or haven't gone yet, you can actually steal the turn from them, so they can't pass to their allies. I mean.
So I can pass it to anyone in the party?
Anybody you want. It's not showing them
or
all.
the enemy.
I'm absolutely a fool.
Don't give it to the enemy.
Yeah, don't do that.
Forgot to give it to the dragon.
Hey Lizzie, good luck.
Yeah,
I pass it to you.
The map is here now. Thank you, Lizzie, for letting me know about that. Now they can do the map.
You're welcome.
I was just about to say something.
But who did you want to pass to?
Alright.
Lizzie.
All right, Lizzie, it's your go. Do you want to make a perception check as well to look around?
Yes. Yeah, where did my character sheet go? Hello? Okay.
So when your tokens are on screen, you can always double click them to pull up your character sheet.
Right, okay. Perception.
An 8.
I don't see nothing.
You look around somewhat I don't even know if you're necessarily frantic. I think you're a tad transfixed by this thing. This is the first time you have ever seen a dragon.
True.
Or at least one in real life. You've probably seen them in books before.
I'd like to think he was also distracted trying to cook up an insult for Mavroth.
Jesus Christ.
It's only fair.
True.
However, your instincts do kick in this moment, and you aren't just like a moth to a flame. Look at the silly dragon. You don't know the optimal way to go, but around you there are various places you can hide.
I do see this chunk of garbage over here, which I'm assuming if I could see it on the map, I could probably cast a glance over and see it in character, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Would it be feasible to kind of just shoot over here and hide in this area?
Hide over there. Let me see really quick. I'm gonna drag your character. Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth with advantage because you are thoroughly covered.
Forgot how to. That's not it. How do I do advantage again? I forgot.
Bottom left, there's a little anagram, acronym ADV. Click that and then roll the dice.
Thank you.
Fancy dice.
Perfect. With a 20, this slope here is difficult terrain, so you use almost all of your movement, but you're able to get up to about right here, pressing yourself against the sharp wood as it somewhat pierces into your skin. Doesn't hurt as much, though. And you feel you are, for the most part, very covered. Unless there's anything else you'd like to do, who would you like to pass to?
No, I think that's it for me. You know what? I'll pass to Mavrock.
Oh, hell yeah, here we go. I've had a plan cooked up for this since I heard about what's going on.
Your plan's fucked.
I know. Let me run a perception check.
Absolutely. I'll also have you roll an insight check for me.
So I just roll 2.
Yeah. Roll 1 perception and 1 insight. Okay. Oh wait, you forgot to add your thing.
Oh yeah, maybe. Hold up. Let
You're
me
okay.
go here.
I will treat those rolls. That 5 is a 10, and that 11 is a 14. A 10 is successful on the perception check. With the insight check, you look at this dragon, and for the briefest of moments, it doesn't seem to notice you in this moment. It scans around. You get the you get the feeling from this guy. This is the first time you've ever seen a dragon do something to this extent. This thing is not here to talk. This thing is going to kill you. Now, if you want to say something before you have that realization, you can. But there is a moment here of do or die. And with that perception check, you notice the various bits of debris. You see hemlock run up here behind this. You also see various giant stones you might be able to hide behind. You don't think with your speed you'd be able to make it to where Nod went.
It is very good that you told me that he's not here to talk, because I was wholeheartedly about to start being diplomat here.
Mm-hmm. That's what the inside check was for. I think you go to raise your voice and speak, and you see its neck crane and snap over, and there is a wild, crazed look in this thing's eyes.
I see the murderous intent.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna have Mavrock to that rock that is right on his left, at the bottom left.
Right over here or down here?
Down there. I'd have him run there and basically bury himself in the snow behind the rock.
Okay. Now, I will say, you guys can actually move yourselves, as long as you guys are within, So if you ever want to measure the distance, left and right click at the same time, and while you're holding that, drag. And if you want to get rid of that, left and right click it, just tap it, and it'll go away.
Alright.
Yeah. And if you want to move Mavrock yourself, you click and drag them down there. I'm going to have this be an action that you can do. So go ahead and roll me... I feel like digging under the snow is going to be an athletics check for me.
Athletics is AC, right?
No. In your skills tab, it's the +6.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and drag that over there. All right, with a 16, you do it. You start to dig yourself under the snow to give you a bit of extra camouflage. At the very least, you are now covered in this powdery, icy snow, so you will have advantage on all stealth checks going forward.
Dope.
I will put you right here for optimal hiding.
Fair.
Who'd you like to pass to?
I will pass to Robert.
Your go, Robert. What would you like to do?
First things first I would like to do is I would like to make a martial check on the dragon. I'm looking for one particular thing, though.
Okay.
A tipped scale from years ago.
Okay, roll perception. Or investigation, whichever one is better.
I'm pretty sure they are... Oh, no, it's perception at +1 instead of my -1.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You see it, just above his eye. Actually,
All right.
I will say, with a 15, you notice a secondary thing. That same eye is gone.
Wonder how that
Both
happened.
half blind.
I'm gonna say this out loud for the group, just so the group is intensely aware. I have an 8 intelligence.
Oh, no.
Strong and dumb, baby. Strong and dumb.
I will have you roll me an insight check for me.
Absolutely.
To
I love
gauge
the I have 8.
15. Wonderful. You look around. You are filled with an intense hatred, a desire for vengeance, a desire to kill. However, you might not be the smartest. You look around at your numbers. Not only are there infinitely less of you than there were before, half of your party has already started to hide. You think... Robert probably feels like they could take him, right?
They totally could.
Robert
They could
feels
take
like
him.
they could take him. Absolutely, right? However, you also definitely feel in this moment, I feel like Robert would have the idea of, no matter how little he actually cares about the people with him, they might die. So I suppose with that knowledge, what does Robert do?
So Robert is going to say, like, out loud, because this dragon, he said, you were not supposed to be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do not think that you are the one who can say, if people are in a specific area where they cannot be, or should not be.
There is immediately a snapping as his head begins to crane and turn, and he's going to move towards you on his turn.
Mm-hmm. So with that, how far away is this guy? Let's just see this. Let's just see
About
this.
55 feet.
About 55 feet. That's cool. That's cool. Now,
This
what
is also a
the-
slope right here, so if you wish to go up here, it would be difficult terrain.
So I am going to. I think this is in distance. I'll have to pull up the fucking.
Are you going to cast Command Duel on the fucking dragon?
No, I'm not going
No.
to cast Command Duel on the dragon.
Alright.
I'm going to cast Command.
Okay, no, sure, Command! What do you want to command?
And I'm going to cast Command, and I'm going to say Blink.
What is your spell save DC?
It's like a 13. It's
Okay.
not.
Just cast command on the dragon.
Alright.
I can try to like look
It would be-
if maybe we have it here.
I have it. It would be 8 plus proficiency plus charisma. So your charisma is a plus 3, so that would be 11 plus 2, 13.
Okay, yeah, I got it right.
Oh, just barely. Do they succeed?
Now,
Oh wait,
now-
hold on. What was that?
No.
What was that, Emily?
Oh wait, never mind. No, I can't do it right now. Never mind. Disregard.
I know what you were going to
I
do.
thought I thought it was a reaction. Damn it.
I know what you were going to do, by the way, and I love you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Know that I see you, I know what you are, and I respect you.
are you trying to gift of gab this motherfucker?
No.
No,
What's it called?
worse? Oh god.
No, what's it called? Bards of their variety have an ability where they can lower the number of of their saving throw by their bardic dice, but they have to do it as a bonus action. Now, if you have silvery barbs, no,
That's
they're out
a
of
reaction.
range. They're out of range. Never mind. Either way, wonderful.
I feel like
Atlas is
I
dead.
have something for this. I feel like I have something for this. This is-
Let's see. You do have Paladin.
because I do have. I do have Bane, but I already made you do the thing.
Mhm. I will say for this turn, you
I just
cast,
forgot I had Bane.
You cast Blink, right? And their head looks over to you as you command that. I said cast blink, you command blink. And their head begins to move back and forth like a snake, focusing in on its prey, and it begins to stare on you.
Okay,
And
well then,
makes eye
to
contact.
save everyone else's life, I'm here.
Oh, you would be about here with the difficult terrain.
I'll save everyone else's life.
And thus ends Robert Zweihander. Zwinhander.
Not his turn, him.
Alright, who would you like to pass to?
God damn it, Baja.
Let's go with Enley.
And Lee, I know you're reconnecting right now, Atlas. Atlas died in real time.
Let's go with-
It's okay.
Let's go with Nadar.
His power went out.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
no. Damn it. Baja, don't you kill yourself. We didn't do the friend of me stuff.
In that case, Nadar, what would you like to do?
Okay. I see everybody begin to flee. I see Robert go be an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
A gamer move.
Robert does have an AC of 20. I will add.
We win these.
Like,
guys. We win these.
I don't think he does. I don't think he wins these, actually.
I win these.
Alright. I'm going to... Can I make it anywhere easily and still hide? No? That's nice.
You could make it actually over here.
Dust, they need the and Atlas will need the map again.
Oh,
because they have to reload.
absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. There it is.
Could I also attempt to hide myself in the snow?
Absolutely. Can you describe how you do
Come
it
hide
so
with
I
me.
can I can decide how I'm going to make you roll for this?
Yeah, so... he sees everybody start to go. Nadar doesn't think he could easily make it to any of the nearby rocks and hide behind them. So he gets close to this rock that's in front of him and just starts digging down into the ground with his dragon claws.
Okay. I will have you make an athletics check for me then. You just need to beat like a 10.
That's not...
So you just start throwing snow at yourself. And it just like smacks against your armor and slides onto the ground. And you're like, "Ugh." But,
Robert
you-
bombastic side eyes.
That's just funny.
I will
However,
phone with you back down here. Don't start with me.
you are behind a rock. As long as you are behind a full cover like this, I will allow you to roll stealth really quick with advantage. Which is a plus 0.
I get disadvantage on stealth because I'm wearing medium armor, so
Roll
I roll it straight.
Yeah, roll it straight.
Oh,
that
that
didn't-
automatically gave me disadvantage.
That's okay. I'll take the middle ground between that, and that is still a success. If you want to roll with advantage, rolled out normally, just click the advantage and it should automatically take it.
Yeah. Forgot that it was going to automatically give it to me.
You're okay. However, both of those rolls are still high enough. So you press yourself against this rock, start throwing snow at your body, which you, Hemlock, and Enley, Hemlock, and Robert see this happening. Robert, you're probably actually not seeing this because you're more focused on the dragon. But you know,
Why'd you say that like Elvis?
the dragon. Oh, mama.
Oh, mama.
Hey, that's not
Buckles
Elvis.
knees.
I hate to tell you.
Buckles knees.
Mhm.
Fine, smell this. Like, whatever.
No.
However, I
Yes,
believe
Melvis, fantasy Elvis.
that is your turn. Was there anything else you wanted to do, Nadar?
I considered thorn whipping Robert back into cover, but I will decide against it since the dragon knows they're there now.
Got you. In that case, the only one left to pass to, unless for some ungodly reason you want to pass to the dragon, is Endley.
Be funny.
No, to Enley.
Please don't.
Don't do
Please
it.
don't.
It eats me in a single bite.
Don't kill him.
No, I'll pass to Enley.
All
I
right,
know
it's
it's
your
his
go,
average
Endley.
daily meal. Yummy.
Crunch.
Eli's
So
gonna put the avocado.
Enli is I think he wants to. I think I want him to do an insight check.
Absolutely, I'll have that be your marshal. What are you trying
I'm
to
a dra-
discern?
I'm the dragon or Robert?
Uh,
That
I think
is-
on the dragon. Basically, he just kind of wants to like look and be try to figure out like vibe check. He sees everyone else hiding, and he sees absolutely nothing wrong with the dragon showing up. So he's just like, huh, I'm
Alright.
missing something here.
Yeah, roll insight then. 16. You gaze at the dragon and you see something within him. You see that crazedness that was mentioned before, a murderous intent to kill everything here. But the way that he's talking, his mannerisms, his general body language, which is wild to say for a dragon, it is off to you because it seems like this is almost a duty it is performing, as if it is trying to either protect and or hide something. You do not know if it is for malicious reasons or not, but it's safe to assume that very well could be, especially with all your lives on the line. On top of that, I will add, it is very clearly gauged to fucking go for Robert here in a second, which means you will have advantage on hiding no matter what.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. I think Enli's a pretty short. He's like from the top of his cloak to the bottom of his shoes, he's like about roughly 5 feet, which is very coincidentally the amount of size that he can cast minor illusion with. So he's going to cast minor illusion to look exactly like the space behind him, as if he has gone invisible.
Okay. Are you gonna just stand perfectly still?
Did you just become a
No, he's
chameleon?
going to look like he's gonna center it on himself and
Mhm.
appear invisible, very and just kind of probably join Nadar behind the rock.
This is a wonderful
Atlas, did
new
you just-
strange version of invisibility. I'm so interested by this. I will
It's pretty cool.
allow
That is awesome.
you have done something that you have used a cantrip to cast a second level spell. I will allow this for right now because I think this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I don't think this will work a second time in this
You know what?
simple
He's
Congratulations,
manner.
taking
become a
advantage of the
chameleon.
fact. He's
I
taking
think
advantage
that-
of the fact that it is snowing and they are surrounded by snow.
Yes.
He effectively just turns himself white, basically.
Exactly. I think that is a very,
It's not-
very good way to put it.
Yeah,
I think that in certain
definitely not
circumstances this could
actual
work. I think it would
invisibility.
be
He is not.
so
Yeah, he's not see-through. He's definitely
so
just
funny.
he's just gone like sort of white and just kind of zips behind the rock. And it's just like, yeah, this is fine.
I love that so much. Yeah, you do that. I'm not even like you can roll stealth with advantage. Like I don't even I don't even almost want to make you roll because you've just done the perfect thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know, you're fucking Hey, Nadar, you hear the snow next to you crumble. You look, no one's there.
Fuck.
And
Achievement
he just
unlocked,
leans over
chameleon.
to Nadar and goes, "It's me, it's Enli."
Like reaches out and brushes next to him. The wrong way.
Freak
He
out.
thinks you're on the other side of him.
Don't freak out.
I'm just-
It's okay.
I'm just picturing this man with his eyes half closed, reaching for nothing.
I like the rest of you were hiding. Robert's in his like guts moment right now.
Mhm. And then after your turn is over, you will pass to Terefek, the Keeper of Secrets, who is going to immediately rush forward and make an attack on you, Robert.
Excellent.
Damn, goodbye, Robert.
Yeah.
knowing what this dragon can do. Robert's fucking dead.
I will
win these.
say, of all the people to be there, Robert's a pretty good one. I will roll to attack. It misses. Describe to me how it misses.
So, I imagine he, like, lunges forward to, like, take a bite, and Robert just punches him in the nose like a shark.
I love that. You
What?
do that, and he kind of he moves to the side a bit, and then he raises himself up. He's going to pass to himself now because he did not damage you.
Genius.
And then he is going to raise his claws in the air and make 2 more attacks on you. Maybe 1. It depends on if it hits or not, because he wouldn't hit you twice in this scenario. It does hit. With a 25. You are going to take a bit of slashing damage. Oh my god. Literally the maximum damage.
Yo, I win these, it's fine.
How much health do you have, Baha?
Quite a lot.
I remember
actually.
Terravec being a lot scarier.
I have a max of 40.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I have extra survivability. I win these.
And you are
just
fine.
tis but a scratch the dragon.
It reaches down and slams its claws into you, cutting you right down the middle, cutting into your armor, and you almost fall to the side as you steady yourself, your sword stabbed in the ground. You are alive.
Can I steal?
Yeah, absolutely.
As he's like pulling his like claws up, I'm gonna quickly grab my sword, and I want to vice grip his claws and start climbing.
Okay.
Let's.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Of course.
Did you just turn into fucking Hiccup, bro?
It's gonna be some. If this works, I'm a genius. If it doesn't work, I'm still a genius. Oh, let's go, baby!
Natural 20.
What the?
Excellent.
Fun fact, I love Robert as Winehander.
Fun fact.
Okay, so I will say this. God, how do I fucking describe this? It claws at you one time, slashing you to the side, and as you stab your sword into the ground, you hold yourself firm, and as it goes for you a second time, you stab your sword forward and turn as the sword catches between the claws, and as you pull yourself forward, you grab onto his scales and begin to climb up, and with a natural 20, if you use all of your movement, you are wherever you want to be on this dragon.
So I am going to say, like as I'm climbing up, him. Since the last time we've met, it seems you've lost something. What a shame. And I'm going to crawl up to the top of his head.
All right, it's going to start flailing wildly.
Before it does that, though, I have something I can use as a bonus action, which I would like to.
Of course.
I would like to attempt to drain mortal essence.
What the
What?
fuck? All right, what would describe? What does that exactly say? Like, describe what that says, because I don't actually know what that does.
As a bonus action, a creature you are touching takes your level in necrotic damage and must make a Constitution saving throw, DC 8 plus 2 plus con modifier, or lose that much maximum health permanently. You immediately gain the benefits of a short rest if they fail their saving throw.
Okay, so it's a DC 8.
So it immediately it's 10 plus my con mod. So because it's which my con modifier is a +4, so it's a 14. And it will automatically take 3 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, I'm gonna give it the 3. Look at how much damage that did.
Woohoo!
However, it's gonna make it needs to get a 13 or lower, correct?
14 or lower.
No, the DC is 14, right? Because meat's a pizza.
Oh yes.
So I will be very, very frank with you. It needs to roll a 1 or a 2.
Hey, I go for what I got.
I like it.
Aw.
So
It did
weirdly,
not.
so close. I saw it land on 1 and then almost go to 2. But unfortunately, it succeeds the saving throw. However, it does writhe a bit as it screams and begins to sway you back and forth, trying to knock you off. However, it's not its turn. I'm just gonna put you right here.
Robert's crazy, y'all.
While that is happening, I will have you pass it if you would like. I need to go to the bathroom really quick. So we're going to take a very small break.
I am going to pass. I'll give this to. Let's give it to Mavrock. It feels. Because I feel like he's going to see me be a crazy bastard.
Oh no, he's about to really, really like you. How long do we have? I kind of wanted to go get coffee.
Well,
He's
probably 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, probably 2 or 3 minutes. So what do you guys think of Robert so far?
What the hell?
Insane.
I fuck with him.
My power is fully out. I am running on a hotspot in a dream. So
Right.
I'm just out.
It's I don't know. I think this is a great introduction to a character.
True.
Robert is. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, there's something really funny about Dragon arrives. Everyone, we should probably hide. Robert stands up.
I am about to
I don't know
back
who
you
could,
up,
Robert
who could
Papa.
have possibly made that dragon lose his eye. That's crazy.
Robert is the type of guy who would fight an alligator with a cooking pan.
I'll have you guys know, out of character, just so that you guys are aware.
You beep booped.
Oh, I love when Baja cuts out as he's telling us something
I love
important.
Yeah, for real.
This is my
I have
enemy.
returned.
This is.
I have returned.
Oh yeah, no.
All right. Well, welcome back. I gave it to Mavrock.
Gotcha. Your go, Mavrock.
I'm gonna have Mavrock like stand up from the snow after hearing the whole commotion, just turn around to see this madman on top of a dragon's head that is flailing around, and his eyes are going to widen first, then he's gonna close them a little bit, nod his head in approval, and I'm gonna have him run over to the maybe 20 feet from the dragon, if that's possible.
Where are you trying to go? Use your little pointer to show me.
Hold up. I was thinking. Is it okay if I move the character real quick so I can see the dragon because I can't see him?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. I was thinking around maybe here-ish, maybe 30 feet. Yeah, something like this.
Okay, sure. This is 40 feet away right now.
Okay.
If you wanted to get
No,
within 30 feet, you go like right there.
I want to go 30 feet forward.
Oh, okay. You zoom around here, then you can get to the bottom of the slope right there.
Okay, that is perfect. What are the chances of me hitting the other eye with a javelin?
This thing does have a very high AC. If you are going for a specific part of its body, especially a part that small, you will have disadvantage. So I would say very low, but I would never. I'm not gonna say no.
I will wholeheartedly try that.
Okay, yeah, roll an attack with disadvantage. It'll be press the DIS button on the bottom before you roll your attack, and your attack is in your actions tab. Drag the thing that looks like a D20 with a 6 next to it into the side chat. Or no, actually, don't. Drag the D20 with a 6 next to it onto Teravec, the token itself.
Just looking for it right now.
It's in the actions tab. I can help you find it if need be.
In the what?
On your character sheet, at the very bottom, there's a tab called Actions.
Oh, action. Okay, I see it.
And then you'll see there's Javelin. There's 2 because one of them is thrown. Drag the dice with the 6 next to it onto the token of the dragon.
Now look, if I just live forever and keep draining mortal
Ooh.
essence, y'all, eventually he'll die.
You throw a javelin out, and it is flailing wildly with Robert on its back, and you actually almost hit. It just barely scrapes the side of his head and falls to the side, but you are now in the open. It sees you. Is it gonna go for you? Probably not. It's got a Robert to deal with, but still.
Before I end the turn, I'm going to have Mavrok shout up to Robert. Little human, you've earned my respect. Now do me a favor and kill that thing.
I think you underestimate my plans. That was always in the picture.
It's not my power, you underestimate the plan.
That was always in the picture.
So you both, I will say that over the next turns, you guys will keep saying those things to each other.
Yeah.
Just yelling back at each other, because that's really funny to me. Mavrock, who would you like to pass to?
Hey, Captain Marvel, who you passing?
Captain Marvel, who you pass it to?
I will be passing it to Enley because I want to see what's up with the fucking camouflage shit.
Alright. You know what, actually, Enley, since it's your turn, can you roll me?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I want to say... Oh, you know what? Insight. I think insight would actually be good here.
You know...
Perfect. You notice something. You can see this dragon. Besides the people actively fighting it, you're one of the few people that can see it. I've deleted Robert. It's okay. He's in there somewhere. You see as that javelin is thrown and it misses his eye, it, for the briefest of moments, is actually worried. You think it is not scared of dying. It does not seem like it is in any way confident that any of you will kill it. However, it is half blind, and running away from something that is entirely blind is a lot easier than running away from something that is half blind. You think that you've opened up an option that you hadn't considered before, that is blind this fucker instead of just run away.
This was always my plan.
I believe it.
Okay.
Baja was ahead of all of us.
I'm gonna very quick just drag Robert, put him back on top.
I'm 2 steps ahead.
I am always. But
More like 15.
what would you like to do?
Oh, this is so fun. Let's see here. I think first, I think what Enley will do, is he's going to use Unsettling Words, as his bonus action.
All right.
To
I love that.
take away 1d6 from the next saving throw that the dragon makes.
Would you mind
Oh,
rolling
that's
that
what I
d6
need.
for me now?
I need
Yes. Let me pull that up.
my hero, Atlas.
Hee. 1d6. That's the square one.
Oh! Okay.
Lovely.
Oh,
Huge.
-6 to its next saving throw.
Little chef's kiss.
And then I believe for the action, he's going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Not.
Do you want to use the unsettling words
no,
for
no,
this?
No. Actually, I'm not. I think the Unsettling Words is going to come after the Vicious Mockery.
Okay, I will happily do that. Why does he have disadvantage? I don't know why he had disadvantage. Either way, he succeeds. What do you say to him?
What what's he gonna say? He's gonna be like, "Hey, blindy, you blind guy. Must suck to only be able to see out of one eye."
There's a moment while he's flailing around with Robert on his neck where he pauses and stares at you and narrows his eye and then goes, "Not another one of you." Recognizing the magic. There's history to this character.
No,
Did you just vicious mockery a fucking dragon?
I did, and it didn't work, so I had to come up with a really bad insult. I had a
I
good
love it,
one if
though.
it succeeded.
However,
Blindy.
who would
Blind.
who would you like to pass to, Inlay? Unless there's anything else you had that you might want to do. I think you've used all your stuff. But...
No, I don't. Yeah, that's it. And he's gonna stay parked and be very grateful that minor illusion is not concentration and that it lasts a minute. He's just gonna stay there.
Of course, you still have advantage on stealth checks.
Yeah, so I'll pass to Hemlock.
Hemlock, it's your go.
What the hell am I gonna do?
Hide more.
Hide harder. There's not a lot I have that would. Actually...
Go ahead and roll insight for me really quick to see if you can determine the eye thing that was mentioned. Because I don't think Enlil said anything out loud about it.
Sorry, which one did you say? Insight?
Insight, yeah.
Insight.
Well, I mean, arguably, you could pick up from the "Hey, blindy, must suck to only be able to see out of one eye."
Yeah, that's true.
I
kind
think
of
that,
drawing attention to the eye.
I think that definitely lowers the DC enough. Like, you beat it with an 18, but that'll lower the DC if anyone else wants to figure that out. Hemlock, you can't see the dragon, but you, I will say with everything that's happened, you do kind of put together, like, there is a way to escape. Like, just run away right now. However, you could blind this guy.
I could blind this guy. Hold on, I'm looking at my spell.
Don't hit Robert.
I would say
Robert.
you right now think that, like, in terms of blinding him, you could either help blind, like help someone else do it, or if you have a way to try and do it yourself, you can.
Boost my javelin.
Damn.
I have a way that I think might work. I just have to set it up right.
I mean, it'd be really easy if you just kind of scrambled on up there and just sort of, like
I mean, I also have a way that would probably work, but we'll see.
The only, like, really helpful thing I think I have in the moment is, spike growth.
Okay.
Because
that's not
I can
bad
just
at
make
all.
that whole area painful.
Well, there is an extra little thing about spike growth that I will flavor this. So I'm just going to add that to your your spell list really quick so I can use that.
Thanks.
Level 2. Oh, I forget, there's no saving throw. This just happens. Who are you casting it on? Are you casting it on Terrathek?
The dragon.
So you will have to come out of hiding to do that. You'll go about right here.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Don't worry, it can't see you.
Yeah.
For long.
That's okay.
And can you point to exactly where you want to put it?
Well, it's a 20-foot radius.
Yes. Where do you want the center to be?
Probably, like, right in the smack of the dab.
Okay. I will absolutely do that. I'm just gonna right off the bat roll some small damage on it.
Yeah,
6
exactly.
damage. 6 damage.
Depending on terrain, and when it moves into or within the area, it'll take damage for every 5 feet.
All right. I really like that, and that is going to actually help more than you think. As the spikes begin to crawl and grow and stab into his legs, he is stuck for a turn.
Can I flavor the...
Yeah, absolutely, please.
I think, because of the terrain and also because of, I guess where Hemlock would have picked it up, I think it's cool stone. Like, it's very smooth, sort of igneous rock of some kind. It just...
I love that. Yeah, you begin to shape these stony thorns, smooth and igneous, around the legs of this creature, stabbing into it and holding it for just a moment. Who'd you like to pass to? It can't steal. It already went.
Who hasn't gone?
And
Non and Hunter.
yes, by the way, I feel so bad, Sephi. You have succumbed to the terrible curse of going first in the first round and going last in the second round. Sephi is dead. I'm so sorry.
Rip
No.
Tiffy.
I
It's-
will
it's
pass
all
to
good.
Sophie.
Okay. It's your go. What would you like to do? You immediately run to hide with the idea that you can't kill this thing, and suddenly you peek around the corner and you see Robert riding the dragon, stone beginning to crawl up, javelins being thrown at this. They're actually trying to fight this thing.
Oh, that's insane. That's crazy. That's bonkers, even. Yeah, I could. Don't know what. Actually, it's really hard to know what to do. Does it still have one eye, or is it just fully blind?
It has one eye. The eye that you are currently seeing on its left side of its face is gone. That eye has been long gone. You can see as it's flailing about. You think the other one is on the other side.
Ugh.
I believe. Let me actually look at your character sheet. You might have a spell that could help you here. I'll need to check just to make sure. But go for it. If you have any ideas of what you might want to do, absolutely.
I do want to assist. With. We're trying. Am I getting the hint that we're trying to blind this thing?
I think at this point, making you roll would be mean. I think you'd be able to put together what is happening here.
All right. Let me check my spell. Could use Yeah, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. Why not? I could use Is it possible to use Hunter's Mark?
Yeah, as a bonus action, just to make it so you can see it clearly for you. I'll sort of pass that into your spells. Go ahead then. Yeah, bonus action, you cast Hunter's Mark.
I'm going to try my best with the amount of blizzard we have, the wind velocity, making sure to aim, see if I can help in blinding it with a bow and arrow.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll an attack roll on it. I'll give you... will I give you advantage? I think it is being distracted enough that I will give you advantage. Oh, you were hidden! Yeah, you get advantage.
Alright. Cool.
A 19.
19?
A 19 does not pierce its hide. However, you shoot an arrow and it plunks right up against its scales. It almost digs in enough to hurt it. It doesn't hurt it. However, you see as it pauses for a moment and its head snaps towards you, and you can see clear as day its empty eye socket as it is staring at you, meaning everybody else on this side of the dragon can see the eye. Clear as day.
All right, gang.
All right, gang. Robert's got this.
I imagine you want to
still
pass
haven't
to...
gone. Calm
I
down.
don't think I.
I was
know
gonna
what?
say...
You know what? I
got
think
this.
I'm not saying
Don't-
anything, but
Don't hit me.
It was an accident.
I'm
We all make accidents. Kumbaya.
I beg you, Hunter, don't hit me.
don't worry, I won't.
Get his ass.
Who would you... I think, actually, Nadar is the
There's
only
only-
one left. Yeah.
'Cause I'm the last one.
Yeah, Nadar, what would you like to do?
Well, pretty obvious what the plan is by this point. So,
Mhm, mhm.
Nadar is going to peek around the rock here He's going to hold his hand up in a mock gun, and he's going to cast Magic Missile on the dragon's eye.
Fucking magic.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
what about Robert?
That is interesting. Okay.
Instantaneous hit. There is no
Instantly
save.
hits. So, here's how I
All
will
three
flavor
right on
this.
its eye.
Here's how I will flavor this. Because you are correct. It does just straight up hit because of the nature of Magic Missile. However, it is force damage, and I feel like what you're looking for is piercing damage. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Because I really like this, and I'm gonna have this help going forward. 16. You shoot these 3 magic missiles outward, and
I don't know. I was making flitting noises. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. I thought you were trying to say something. And as they shoot out, all 3 of them do hit him directly in the eye. And he writhes and screams, shooting his gaze upward for a moment. Go ahead and drag the damage onto him really quick, because this is still going to damage him. Yeah, it hurts this bad boy. As he raises his head upwards, he blinks his eye for a moment as he tries to wash away the pain. He's starting to catch on to what's happening, and you see he tries to move his feet, and they are stuck in the stone, but it could break any second now. Do you have any bonus actions or anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, excuse me.
Can I activate that as a bonus action? Yes, I can. I will activate my defensive field on my armor, so I just get temporary hit points.
I love that. It's just 3, right? Oh,
Yeah,
you already
just
put
3.
it on there. Lovely. Yeah, you get some temporary hit points. You might actually survive being hit by this guy if he tries to hit.
Oh god.
Bang, bang, bang.
And then, at the start of the new round, Teravek's going to go. He's going to steal. What is he going to do as he is flailing? Sorry, I really liked the "aw, fuck me." What is he going to do as he's flailing around a bit? I feel like what makes sense here is a... I think a tail... Oh, no, you know what? Where's the wind thing? He could do a wind thing. I love the wind thing. Uno momento.
A wind thing?
He's
What
going to
you
do a
mean,
wind thing. So everybody except for Robert, because Robert, is going
Because
to...
Robert.
Okay, not you. You. Just barely you. So everyone except Robert is going to make a very high dexterity saving throw. I'll drag it on you guys, actually.
I'm gonna fail that.
So don't worry about it. Let me
Fine.
do that for you.
I have a 0 in dexterity.
What do I have in dexterity? That's a good question.
You're about to
Oh,
find
nice!
out.
Natural 1, baby.
Not 20 for me.
I have a +1 this hit.
Oh, you don't need to make one, Sephi. You were too far away from him.
Oh, yippee!
So,
That one.
all of you
Emily,
except
unbothered
for...
king.
I would say all of you except for Enli immediately fall prone as you are knocked to the floor for a moment.
Italy is whispering in their own ear, I am the snow, so hard that...
Fuck no.
As it begins
Emily has
to bat
convinced
its
himself
wings.
not that he's unbothered.
As it begins to bat its wings and flail wildly, and it tries to break itself out of the stone it is trapped in. I'm going to say, you are all prone. Should it pass to one of you at random? I think it would. I think it's only fair that it passes to one of you at random.
Yeah, it won't pass to Robert.
I mean, it might on accident. It does not. It actually passes back to Unidar.
Well, then I will half my movement to stand back up.
Absolutely.
Take the corner again and magic missile again.
All right.
Another 3 right into its eye.
Roll me another Arcana. This will hit no matter what. This is for an extra special thing.
That's not as good as the last one.
Not as good as the last one, but still good. I will say that you have somewhat refreshed this little debuff I'm giving him right now. Roll the damage onto him for me. Yeah.
Oh,
he takes
beautiful.
Wow, that's a really good fucking roll.
That's
Oh my
that's
God.
almost max damage.
That is almost a perfect throw.
Chef's kiss.
As you slam into his eye once more, he screeches, and this time, as he begins to break the rock beneath him, his gaze snaps towards you. Once again, the eye visible to everyone over here, and now as well to Robert. Who would you like to pass to, Nadar?
To Robert.
Let's go, baby.
All right, Robert. Given everything that has happened, it is semi-restrained by the stone. It has been distracted twice, and it has also been opened up. What was the first number you rolled for that Arcana check? I believe it was a 16. With that, this thing's AC is now lowered by 4, so it is now 16. And you will have advantage on this attack.
I was gonna give that to myself for free anyway, but I'll take a free one.
Absolutely.
Getting hit in the eye with force damage doesn't feel very good.
That lets me do a little more then.
It also has a minus D6 to one saving throw, as a reminder.
Yeah, and I'm
minus
also
6,
going
not
to.
6.
I am also going to then I need these slots. As I, continue sort of crawling up the head, getting near the eye. Robert is going to say out loud, "You're focused on the wrong thing," and I am going to take my sword and I'm going to plunge it into its eye.
All right, roll an attack with advantage. You need a 10 on the dice.
50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still 50-50.
Oh wait, that's the damage die. Throw it to the distance.
You have
Fuck 'em up.
advantage.
Oh, what the fuck?
12. Oh, that is absolutely devastating. You go to stab down and you just barely scrape its eyebrow as it moves its head just a little bit, throwing you off. And it says, "I know where to lie my focus, fool." And it begins to move its maw as if to swallow you.
It's gonna swallow me.
It's gonna try to. Not right
I'll
now.
accept.
Not right now. Oh, okay. You're gonna let that happen?
Can I like
very slowly falling.
can I like a bonus action get myself into a diving position?
Sure. Where are you diving?
Into the wall.
Apparently.
Don't tell me if I
Alright.
pick this thing open from the inside.
My goal is to avoid as much of the teeth.
I see. Okay. Go ahead and make me an athletics check very quick.
Will do. This gives me new plan, guys. New plan.
I love the blinding plan. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving the blinding plan.
Oh, blinding plan. They could still do that. I just, why not a two-way attack?
Fair enough.
I'm just a little worried about this one.
Athletics, please.
Of course.
Okay, with a 17, you sort of plunge in as it goes to consume you, and you stop yourself in its jaw, and you manage to hold it open so you are not crushed. However, in doing so, you have also literally you held its face, because you've just stopped it from being able to, distort itself. So you are technically holding this dragon's head from the inside. Who would you like to pass to?
I'll pass to Enley.
Enley?
Okie dokie. I think. What would I like to do? I have a concept of a plan.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and be very thankful that I did Unsettling Words, because I would like to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
I knew you were going to say that one. Roll the wisdom save on him. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that yeah. No, you have to drag it onto the creature.
Onto him. Got it.
Ooh.
So 21 minus 6 is 15, which just barely goes over your save DC. I am so sorry.
It's fine. I will.
However,
I
you
will
have a
use
bonus
my
action.
bonus action to. Yeah, I'm gonna look at Robert inside this thing's mouth, and just be like, "You got this." Give him
Don't
a
worry about me.
A little wink. Just got
Yeah,
this.
he's very much. He's like, "No, I'm completely not worried about you."
Robert goes to make a thumbs up very quickly and realizing he's still holding jaw, goes back to holding it.
All right. Who'd you like to pass to, Enley?
I will pass to Mavrock.
All right, Mavrock. Do you want to stand up, Mavrock?
Yes.
All right. Whenever you do that, you just use half your movement, so you can only move 15 feet this turn. However, that has nothing to do with your attack stuff. What would you like to do?
I'd like to use my bonus action to activate Rage.
Absolutely. We'll drag that onto you. Alrighty.
Then
to do for your
what's it gonna take for me to? Is it bipedal or is it quadrupedal?
The dragon?
Yeah.
I believe it is. I believe they're classified as quadrupeds because wyverns are bipedal.
Okay. How much is it gonna take for me to slice one of its front ankles and cause it to collapse in, like slice a tendon?
That would take quite a lot of damage and quite a lot of surgical precision. And you actually don't have enough movement to get to it because that would take, since it's a difficult terrain, you only have 15 feet, you would get to about here.
Fair.
You still have your javelin, though, and that stuff that happened with Robert, with all the advantages and whatnot, is still there because it has not gone around to Terravek's turn yet.
Okay, then I'll have him move forward those 5 feet that he
Absolutely.
can. Just so he's a little bit closer. And I will have him throw the javelin.
All right.
Again.
Do one with advantage. Everything is adding up.
I'm about to get
And
nasty, y'all.
He told us not to fight it.
Hey
I am
guys, you don't
loving
have to
this.
fight this thing. Proceeds to beat the fuck out of it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You throw the javelin and it stabs just beneath its eye. Unable to get in, but it's now just in it now. It's just a hold there. Do you actually... I forget. Does your rage actually give you something when it comes to
It gives me
attacking?
I'm pretty sure it gives me an attack boost.
It just gives you damage. I see. However, I will say you do get it. It's not blinded. It is hurt. It is writhing. It's ready to get the fuck out of this mess.
It's Robert.
I'm
sorry.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Mavrock? I believe you have a martial check if you wanna, or you could just pass to someone else.
A martial check.
Absolutely. Roll me just a wisdom. Straight wisdom. It'll be on the main page, far left. It says 13 plus 1. Let's drag that in the side chat.
Where it says 13 plus 1.
Yes. Oh, sorry. For you, it's 16. Might be.
I was about to say.
A 10.
Yeah.
That's what you needed. Martial checks
Really?
tend to...
Nope.
Yeah. Martial checks tend to be very give or take, where some of them you need like an 18, and most of them you need like maybe an 8. So with this, is Mavrock set on the blinding plan? Because I will give you insights to that then.
He is currently set on getting Robert out of there because he has seen other Ronso being crushed by Jaws.
Nope.
Well,
Nuh-uh.
Mavrock is set on that.
No.
I would
No.
say, Mavrock, the best way with a 10 to achieve that goal is less of, physically moving Robert out of that space, and more of getting the dragon to almost spit him out, which you think Robert might be able to do himself from the inside. However, it is starting to writhe a bit more. It'll escape its little grasp at the end of this turn. Mavrock, who'd like to pass to? I believe your options are Hemlock and None.
I will. What? Hemlock is? No, is?
Hemlock is right next to you. Yeah.
Alright. I will pass to the Hemlock.
Alright, Hemlock.
Yippee!
Would you like me to make you not prone anymore?
Get up.
Yes, I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot of moving.
There you are.
Get up, Hemlock. We are leaving.
What you guys think?
Oh, how many spell slots do I have for my second?
One. You have one more.
Can I try and throw a few scorching rays at its eyes?
Absolutely. Go ahead and just. I think it's like 3 attacks. Let me drag a Scorching Ray in there for you.
3 spell. Now, let me first figure out what my spells are.
There you are. Go ahead and. Alright, next to Scorching Ray, there's a little gear in the Actions tab. Click on that to open it up. And you'll see ranged +5. Drag 3 of those onto Terravec.
Okay.
And all with advantage, by the way. I forgot to add.
Oh, with advantage?
Yeah, roll. Oh! That's one hit.
Ooh.
Roll 3 more times for me to see if any of those other ones hit. You have 1 hit. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Only 1 hits. Drag the damage onto it, the 2d6.
I keep clicking the wrong tabs.
I will say, you only needed 1 to hit.
I mean, fire.
Fire in eye.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Ouch.
Better than my plan of trying to force his eye out of his head.
There you are. You you shoot as rays of flame shoot out and about. Robert, you see them. One of them shoots into the dragon, and it just hits its inside and doesn't do anything. Another one shoots out to the left. Another one hits it directly in the eye, and you see as it starts to writhe and move out and about, shaking its head vigorously. And then you watch as it looks around at each and every one of you, and then it looks behind itself, and then it looks to the right and to the left. It cannot see.
Hell yes. I'm about to give it a really bad feeling.
Oh, I was about to turn into a dentist.
I have plans. They're
You have plans?
What was that?
I said we're hitting the win button on this one.
We are?
No.
Alright.
I think that's it.
So I believe then, Non, it is your turn.
Okay. Gonna do a martial check to think about. Now that I see this, just think about what the best option to do is now.
Roll perception.
Alrighty. Where are skills again? There you are, you bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, don't call your skills a bitch,
Yep.
bro. They're saving
That's
your
just
life.
enough. You peek your head around this rock once more. You think that killing this thing is a fool's errand. Even blinded, this thing is very dangerous, but you have made your escape infinitely easier. And you can see just barely through the rocks and the trees a staircase into a clearing. A very easy place to escape. As long as you all can get there, you think you'll be home free.
Alright. Yeah, I mean I'll just make my way there.
Okay. If you want to just use your dash action, you could literally just get 60 feet over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You move. You just start booking it. Do you communicate that to everybody else?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's go. Yeah.
Like,
I'm
no.
fucking out of here. Let's go.
All right. You are the last to go, meaning you start the round. Who would you like to pass to at the start of the new round?
Including themselves, right?
Let's give.
Yeah, you can pass to yourself if you want to.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, because you haven't gone this round technically.
Oh, cool. I guess I'll pass to myself so I can get there again.
So you could just get further.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you want to be, you're gone.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Yep.
Winds through the night, leaves blowing.
I won't delete your token, otherwise you won't be able to see anything else. But you just book it. Who would you like to pass to now?
I'm gone. I'll pass it to the man on the dragon, Robert.
Robert, it's your go.
Okay. I would like to make a martial check.
Okay. Go for
And I'm looking in its mouth.
it. Okay.
This is awful.
And I am. Has it been roaring in pain relatively? Is it?
You think pain? No. Frustration? Yeah.
Cool. What is this roll again?
Are you just doing a basic martial check?
Yeah, let's just do a basic martial check.
Straight wisdom.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's enough. What are you trying to figure out?
Trying to figure out if the insides are squishier than the outside.
You
Oh,
think
no.
you in terms of where you currently are, no. You think that the jaw is pretty well suited, the tongue and the teeth are there. You think trying to hit this thing from the inside might be easier. In terms of damage, you don't think it'll make much of a difference. I think Robert has a moment where the thought crosses of, well, the inside, like the inside, that'd be pretty easy. And then you see gray smoke begin to billow from the inside. You think it's going to do something.
Perfect. That lets me know a lot of what to do in this moment. What I am going to do is Robert is going to, in like one fell swoop, sort of drop the jaw, and I'm diving under its tongue, and I'm going to cut a little burrow for myself under the tongue,
What?
where the tongue connects.
Okay. I want to say you are doing something very acrobatic, my friend.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you to roll acrobatics.
I'm not good at those.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine. It's
That's
not
fun.
fine. I would like to use.
Oh my god.
I would like to use my bardic inspiration.
Yeah, it's a. Hey, bud. Hey, bud.
If
It's
you
an
want to
inspiration
use the
isn't a
D6
reroll.
on that,
Yeah.
I know it's not a
It's a
reroll,
D6.
but
Roll a you roll the d6. If you can get above a 5, you won't have the worst possible thing happen to you. Okay. That's good. So, you have this plan. You've concocted in your head. You know exactly what you're going to do. You let go of the jaw and you dive forward, and literally immediately it clamps down on you. You try and jump, and within seconds, the jaw closes down on you. You are scratched a little bit. I'm just gonna roll a d10. 7. You take 7 piercing damage.
okay, I can live with that.
Let me. Where did your character sheet? There it is. You take 7 piercing damage as you try and jump out, and your foot is caught for a moment. And I will just roll me a d20. Okay.
Ooh.
You fall out of the mouth onto the snow. and then
Not what I needed.
And then your foot falls as well.
I'm not worried.
So he falls, and then the foot falls after him.
Yeah, and then you are able to stand up and do whatever. Okay, you still have all of your movement. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna grab my foot. I'm going back in.
You're going back in? It's not gonna go well for you, bud. I'm gonna be honest.
Fool.
Robert,
You grab your
Robert,
foot.
we're getting the fuck out of here.
Me, Atlas, take psychic damage.
You hear them yell that. You hear everyone yell, "We're getting the fuck out of here!" And you see as gray smoke begins to billow down its throat.
Hold on, let me let me read my oath again.
I will tell you now. You will not be breaking your oath if you run here. Robert can probably very easily put together. He will not be breaking his oath because he is not fleeing for the sake of fleeing. He has successfully aided in hurting this creature so that he may find it and kill it later.
Okay. So Robert is going to instead. I guess I used my action with that, didn't I?
I will allow it to be your bonus action. Or you know what? I'll say it's movement. You were just doing something acrobatic.
Mm-hmm.
You used half your movement, I'll say.
So with that, I'm going to make a glow, like as if I'm lay on handsing myself, and then I'm just gonna fasten my foot back on.
Okay. Are you casting lay on handsing yourself?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, go ahead. You just apply that to yourself, I think.
And
do it as
do
many
I have
times
any
as you
movement?
want.
Do I have any movement left?
Yeah, you have some movement.
Cool. I'm gonna run like underneath this thing. Just book it.
Absolutely, you can get to about here.
It just sits down.
No way I could slice its belly while I'm running, can I? I just have to ask.
You already used your action to lay on hands.
Yeah, I figured. Oh, bonus action, I'm gonna put my hand up and I'm gonna drain mortal essence.
Christ on a crutch. Alright. They're gonna, what was it, con save?
You said he used his bonus action already.
Oh, you did, remember?
No,
to acrobatics.
You
I
called
changed
it
to
movement.
I changed it to movement. You're so right. Alright, one moment. It's chilling. It's fine.
It's chilling. It's fine.
It takes 3 damage.
It takes 3 damage. Now, for context on what my plan was in that regard, since it failed, I was going to burrow in its mouth and then just keep doing that infinitely until it died.
It wouldn't have worked. I hate to tell you, bud. That would not have worked. Very
all I needed was time.
Mm-hmm. Who would you like to pass to? I believe these 4 haven't gone yet. Or actually, really quick, I'm gonna take a poll. Are all of you planning on running?
Yes.
Yes, and also something else.
Okay.
Badly.
That's all right. Mavrock?
Maybe.
Gone.
Maybe.
Okay. Hemlock.
Oh yeah. Lizzie said, "Be right back."
Oh, okay. I will.
Pretty sure they're also going to flee.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume they're going to flee. Okay. I will sort of put us in half combat really quick. Nadar, you wanted to run, right?
Yes.
Where do you run? How do you run? It's 60 feet of movement, wherever you want to go.
Yeah, we go in this way. There's 60 there.
Yeah, you run. You book it. You're going. Emily, you wanted to run, and what else did you want to do?
There's something that I need to do. Can I DM you part of my plan?
I suppose.
Concerning.
You missed some fun stuff, Liz. But Robert
Why
lost
has
his
everyone
foot,
got a death
then
from this
clasped
fire?
it back onto place.
Mm-hmm.
If
And
you
now
had,
you're all
if you hadn't
running,
come
basically.
back,
We're fleeing.
yeah, if you had not come back, I would have used my action to pick you up and drag you with me.
Oh, if Robert had continued to fight, I would have attempted to thorn whip him and drag him.
It was that. You know what, Lizzie? If I get a turn before you, I'm picking you up.
Okay.
Oh, you had sent it to me.
Are
So-
we running right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're fleeing.
Yes.
Yes. The answer to that
We're
question
leaving.
is yes. The answer to that question is yes. Absolutely.
I'm
Excellent.
already gone.
So-
I went straight looking at.
Enli is going to use minor illusion and make the sound of boots running from like behind him. So make it sound like some of the group is fleeing in the opposite direction.
Towards the
Okay.
water.
And then where do you go? You only have 40 feet.
He is gonna go. I guess in the direction of the ruins that Non was at.
Absolutely. You move over here.
Yeah.
Mavrock, what would you like to do? I imagine run, but you said you might want to do something else.
Oh yeah, no, I said maybe, but then I was like, I kind of want to do this just for the funny, so I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
He is going to run. Wait, did I do this thing? I didn't do. Wait, there. He is going to run this way, as far back as he can, and
Okay.
on the way, I'm going to use my action to pick up Hemlock, throw him over his shoulder.
Okay. Roll. No, I'm not even. What's Hemlock's? How heavy is Hemlock, Lizzie?
Hemlock? Okay. He's,
Dragonborn weight.
He's not tall. He's
Dragonborn weight.
maybe like 5'8" or so, but he's surprisingly more gaunt than he appears. So
He's
actually not
dense.
that heavy.
He's probably very light then.
And he's still an entire human. Well, not human. He's an entire person.
Lizzie,
Yeah.
Mavrock is 8'9" and 450 pounds.
I will say,
Yoink.
honestly, the athletics check I would want you to roll, you would pass, no matter what. So, yeah,
What is
you...
What is Mavrock? A Thundercats OC? Sorry.
He's pulled from a game.
You can get to about here, and you can pick up Hemlock and drag them along with you to about here.
Okay.
And then Hemlock, did you want to run too?
I'm picked up. I can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, you could just get down and run if you wanted
Just
to.
have this. Just have
Actually,
this.
I think he does it, and he kind of like, of course, doesn't expect to be scooped up and is surprised, and then he turns to Mavrock as much as he could turn to him while being slung over one shoulder and go, "Oh man, you're a real freak," and then just kind of hangs there limply.
Fuck, wait, let me think about how to answer that.
I was gonna say, how does Mavrock reply?
Okay. Mavrock is not aware of what this word freak means, but Mavrock is aware of what a dragon's jaws can do. And you are just a midnight snack.
I love that. You all begin to run. With your minor illusion, Tarbek is going to move over here and is going. You watch as a torrent of gray smoke pours from its mouth in a cone in this direction. And you see, all of a sudden, the wood that was on the ground and just all of the snow that's on the ground turn to solid stone.
Don't need to make my martial check anymore to figure out what kind of breath weapon he has.
Oh yeah. And then he starts flailing over here just rapidly. Imagining that the rest of you are going to run. I'm not going to prolong
He
combat.
moves. He takes damage.
He does.
He
Go
does.
ahead. Go ahead and drag damage on.
How many feet did he move? He takes damage per every 5
If
feet.
he, yeah.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll the
Oh.
damage. Roll the damage 3 times. Actually, no.
Oh,
It would only be 2. It would only be 2. You put it on him in the middle, so he would have only moved 10 feet in this stuff.
Okay. There we go. Okay, four.
44. Yeah. He takes it. He's there. But assuming that all of you want to just flee, essentially, I'm not going to prolong combat any longer, as you all begin to steadily make your way, following shortly behind. Oh, did you want to do something?
Yeah, I did. Robert's gonna, like, as probably around here where Tarvek is like still in vision. Robert's going to like look back, give a very deep breathy sigh, and then keep running. That's it.
Okay.
What?
He's being angsty.
Being angsty.
And all of you
Dissect.
make it to a clearing as you look over your shoulder and see the gray smoke piling into the air, the roars of fury of Taravek, who you have now blinded as he destroys the ruins that are even further destroyed. And you all run for a very long time until, and I will put you all on Okrathel Southeast now. In the side chat there. Yeah?
You must know, until I'm 150 feet away, he's still taking damage when he moves.
It is only, the spike growth is only 20 feet in radius. He has moved out of the spike growth.
Oh, rats. Okay, never mind.
I need you all to know that if he hadn't moved at that time, I was gonna try to stab him in the butt and
No.
use Searing Smite, which would have set him on fire for a minute.
And if you would have taken a step towards the dragon, you would have gotten a thorn whip wrapped around your torso.
I was kind of hoping one of you would like leave a weapon in him so I could do heat metal.
There was one.
There was one.
You
Yeah,
do realize
there
that
was one.
my javelin was under
There
his
was?
eye, right?
Oh,
Yeah, it was
damn.
stuck in him.
Well. Oh well.
Because I was like, okay, fine, it got stuck under his eye. I hope somebody has either heat metal or somebody has thunder magic they can use against him, just electrify it, lobotomize
I'm a
this
little
man.
silly goofy, but you know what? At least I have another second level spell slot to use later.
Fair.
Are you gonna place this down so we can see?
So, can you guys not see the map?
I can see the map. It's fine.
I
see the world map.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
world
that's where we are.
I'll try again.
We're in the world, guys.
No, I can't see it. It's fine.
That is bizarre. Let me. I will do one thing very quickly. For the sake of it, because I unfortunately do not have a party token for which I will get fixed by next week, I promise you. I'm going to turn Taravek good, and he's going to be the party token.
Party token Taravek.
Party token Taravek, gotta love it.
As you all begin to move upward through deeper and deeper into the snow, you run as far and as fast as you can until you are finally out of sight and the roars become distant. And you have a brief moment of reprieve if you wish to talk to each other. Very briefly, might I add.
So once we're like, sort of in safety's clear, are there like trees and stuff like as we walk?
Yeah.
Robert is going to punch a tree.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Mind if I
As
go?
Robert walks away from the tree, Dart just walks up, bending on the tree.
Of Olin as you.
That's hilarious.
I had him right
Mind if I go
there.
real quick? I'm gonna have Mavrock walk up to Robert and put his hand on his shoulder and just like viciously spin this man around because he's not sure how much strength he should use on humans. And just go, you fought well, little one. You have earned my respect. Now tell me, you were fighting with hatred. What did that beast do to you?
And all Robert's going to do in that moment is like clasp Mavrock's hand, and he's going to leave the totem of the toys of like the toy, like the little children's toy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And Robert's going to say everything and take off.
He's gonna look at the toy and then see Robert take off He's gonna clasp it tightly and then put it into his pouch. And then he grasps his father's horn, which is the horn that he has around his neck, tightly. And he understands the pain. And he knows he shouldn't chase it.
Lovely. And you guys will push through a little bit more. The snow begins to die down. It's no longer snowing, and it's very bizarre looking out and about, seeing the sky for the first time in quite a long time as you traveled through the very blizzard-filled bleak wastes. And after a moment, all of you find a brief, small area where you can rest, a clearing made by trees blocking the sky overhead. As you begin to push in, you look around, you see dragons. You see them everywhere. You see them clasping to mountains, darting back and forth. There's a moment where you see some fighting each other in the sky. But you are able to very quickly find a space in which you can be safe and out of view from the dragons for at least a little bit. And once you get here, you begin to settle down. You make a small campfire, and a moment later you hear rustling in the trees, and the guide from before, wearing his draconic iconography cloak, steps out with his hands up to be like, hey, don't worry, it's me. And says, well, I must say, I am much more surprised that you all are more skilled than I thought. I quite honestly underestimated you. You've already done quite well. How are you feeling after all that? Are you alive, well, conscious? He looks at all of you.
Did you know?
Did I know?
Did you know that he would be the one when we made it here?
I knew he was in Oakerthel. I had no idea that anyone was going to be here to mess with us when we got here, of course.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes?
Can I run a martial check on the map?
Oh, yeah. You mean like an insight check?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could just roll. You just roll an insight check really quick.
What is that? What do I roll?
Insight. In the skills tab.
Insight. In skills.
Can I also roll insight on him?
Absolutely.
I also will.
Yeah, it'll be insight check. Yeah. All of you roll it. All right, we're gonna do a round of insight. Roll it. Everyone roll insight.
Okay.
I got a 19. Let's go. Baha gets a 21.
Baha's feeling insightful.
That's very good. Wow.
So insightful, so wise. Not smart, but wise.
Did what's it called? Did you want to roll insight or no?
Yeah, hold on. I thought
You're-
I rolled.
Oh, you're okay.
Crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
So Non and Nadar, you two being the ones that beeline it out of there fast enough, are kind of just like heaving and heaving a bit, catching your breath, making sure that you all are fine. It's hard to glean anything interesting from him. Emily, you look at him. Is there anything particular you're trying to discern about him?
I think Enlil feels like it was kind of convenient that he vanished just before the dragon appeared.
Okay.
And is just kind of trying to figure out what's the deal with that.
Mm-hmm. I think with a 14, you can put together that while he is like, you get the idea that what has just happened was not intended, but he is almost, I think happy is the wrong word. He's okay with it because it managed to allow you all to prove yourself in some way to him. Obviously, he, however, does not believe, he did not orchestrate that with that role. Mavrock, Robert, and Hemlock, was there anything particular you three... I'll go one at a time. Mavrock. Was there anything specific you wanted to figure out about him?
You mentioned that his robes are almost like a kimono that looks like it's made out of a dragon hide, right?
Yeah.
Considering that the Ronso make a lot of things out of dragon, not dragon, but out of Drake hide and know what it looks like. I'm gonna have him like take a closer look to see if there's actual seams or if it looks like that thing is attached in.
Okay. With a 19, you think that it does look like there are seams. It looks like this is a robe that he's wearing.
Damn, I thought he was a dragon.
Robert, what did you want to discern about this fool?
Robert's a soldier. That's a thing that I've made it very clear. And in Robert's time of being a soldier, he's met various types of generals. The kind that make necessary sacrifices, unnecessary sacrifices, the kind that will throw people into the wind if it thinks it'll give them the advantage. Robert wants to know what type of general this man is.
You think that this is someone who, I think, with a 21, you think that he is bringing people here, but this place is so dangerous that he would not just bring people here for the sake of it. He very clearly is looking for something here himself. However, I think you are not swayed one way or another, especially with the comment, like the question you made of like, did you know that he was there? You think that he's telling the truth. You think that his intention was not to bring you to Okrathel and then have a dragon kill you. Yeah, you think that he's being earnest, at least in this capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And Hemlock, what about you? Do you have any questions about this fool?
I would like to know if I can pull anything from the iconography on his clothes.
Okay.
What sort of thing is it? Is it something that I would recognize? Does it mean anything, or is it just picture of dragon?
It appears to be like very simply just like iconography, basic depiction of a dragon. Roll a very difficult insight check. Sorry, not insight, history check.
Oh damn! So I have nothing in history.
Goldus, you can do it. We believe in
I
you.
got a +1. This will save me. Nat 20. Here we go.
That's
Damn.
I thought that was an at one for a
so
second.
did
I thought that was
So did I.
I thought it was a 1-2.
You don't glean anything from it. It appears to be a basic depiction of a dragon. You think that whoever this person is with that insight check probably has some kind of connection. Otherwise, he would not have wanted to come here. But I think, similar to before and like a general thing based off of your insight checks, none of you think that he is maliciously bringing you here to hurt you in some way. You think he is genuinely trying to help you.
Right. I hope you know that next roll that I did for fun was an 18, so I would have gotten a 19, which
and as you all kind of glance at him for a moment, he says, well, the good news is that you all are alive. I will make sure to be a bit more present, knowing that that thing is out and about. He's not going to be very pleased that you all are here, let alone I. He's not a big fan of outsiders. So, I suppose I
he'll
should...
have rather a hard time finding us. At least with his eyes.
Oh, you blinded the poor fool.
the least of his worries.
I see.
You know him? Or were you guys buddies? Knew each other in high school?
No, I know of him. He is quite the legendary dragon. The Secret Keeper, making sure that the secrets of Okrathel are left untouched. You see, throughout this place, there are ruins of the accordant variety from ages long past. There are dragons that have been alive since the Grey Veil, an event that took place hundreds of thousands of years ago. So, he wishes to keep those things hidden. I, on the other hand, wish for such things to come to light. As I think some of you do, too. Looks at you, Robert, and he says, I can see the look in your eyes. I can promise you that one of the secrets he would keep is definitely one of his weakness, if he has one. I'm certain that you can find what you're looking for.
I can see the look in his eyes.
See the look in his eyes. He looks to Hemlock, up and down, and he says, I think you will find quite what you're looking for. I don't know what it is, but I can tell that you are quite the fan of uncovering what was once forgotten.
I think
Hmm?
Hemlock just sort of stares back at him, and his face isn't very mobile. So instead of giving him a smile, his jaws kind of clack together a little bit, and he says, "Well, if you were looking to that information out there, so maybe next time you can come with us and fight the dragon also."
He chuckles and he says, trust me, after that, I don't plan on leaving you all alone for very long now. I knew this place was dangerous. I didn't know it would be this dangerous.
Didn't have to put a leash on Robbie over there.
I am too strong. No leash would hold me.
2 leashes.
I disagree.
You say as a thorn whip appears in your hands.
I think this could hold you just fine, actually.
He looks to you, Nadar, and he says, you, my friend, have quite the adventurous spirit. I think secrets or not, you're quite going to find what you want here. And he looks to the rest of you, the 3 of you. He actually looks to Marvok and he says, there are truths about this place that I don't think you know yet. Truths you might want to bring back to your people. That dragon likes to hide them. I can promise you'll find them.
He's gonna look at him, narrow his eyes, just nod in agreement. He's gonna say, I still question your motives, strange man. But first I have another question. And he just turns around to Hemlock. What is a high school?
Well, you go there sometimes and people tell you stuff and walk away.
Smoke a lot of weed there.
What is weed?
A plant.
Real?
I don't.
You see the guide say, now, when it comes to your future endeavors, I have a few things on the retinue that I need help with that I think will benefit you as well. But first things foremost, you see he reaches into a pocket and pulls out what appears to be a full, like a rolled up piece of paper, as well as a tarp. He lays the tarp down beside the fire and lays out a map of Okerthel. The same map that you all are looking at right now. He places a little marker down for where you are, and he points to this little symbol right here. It is this weird sort of trapezoid-looking thing.
Oh, it's only 10 feet away.
It's only 10 feet away. And he says,
clicks.
Before I allow you free reign of Okerthel, I believe it would behoove us to visit this place first. That was my errand. I went to case the place. I believe it is overtaken by a bunch of kobolds right now. Some kind of shrine. I believe if we can go there, we might be able to discover the first and most important secret of this place. Are you willing to join me?
It leads to my goal.
Absolutely.
I'd have to go home otherwise.
He smiles and he says, lovely, lovely indeed. Also...
Enly's sort of searching the map. Like, Enly's also looking at the map, hoping to see something that they know isn't there.
That they know isn't there?
Yeah, they know that it probably wouldn't be on any standard map. They are looking for, they're looking for the, hoping that maybe there's just some sort of shred that maybe there would be a portal of some kind marked on the map, and knows in their heart there will not be one.
Okay, I really like that. I think everyone, if you would be okay with it, Atlas, everyone can see you like actively looking at that. They might not act upon it, but you're spending a lot more time glancing at the map. Nan, this is actually quite silly looking at the map for you, because you know this place like the back of your hand. This is where you lived. But you don't recognize these shrines on the map. You think that these places are actually relatively well hidden. This is the first time you've ever seen markings like these. And he says, "Wonderful then. Also, I know that our partnership has been more of an acquaintance. Now that I know that we're all in this for real, I suppose, I decided I should formally introduce myself." And he stands up, takes a bit of a bow, and he says, "My name is Troll Carl. It is lovely to meet you all. I believe this is going to be quite the amazing partnership." I'll sort of spell that in the chat really quick. And then, while he takes his little bow, and you plan ahead a shrine on the horizon, that is where we will end today's session.
Is it pronounced as it's spelled, Troll Carl?
Troll Carl.
Yes, but less of a pause. It's just Troll Carl.
Yeah,
I know, I just wanted to sound
that's our buddy, the troll, Carl.
Troll Carl.
It's the Troll
Troll Carl.
Carl.
It's the troll,
Troll Carl.
Carl.
He's just a little guy.
He is a little guy. But that is where we'll end today's session. Thank you all for joining
We
me.
win this one game.
I was gonna say, I really like that. I had a lot of fun. It went longer than I suspected. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't go long. But you know.
Well, you were the one. I think you expected us to all just sort of like dip very fast, and
I did.
You underestimate my Robertness.
I did. However, I will add, I am very pleased by the direction you took instead. I really like the fact that you blinded him. Now, I have someone that we're going to raid, a friend of mine who is currently playing D&D right now. Yeah, it's Abby.
It's Abby!
It's Abby.
Abby's streaming right now?
Yeah.
Go get him.
Thank you guys for watching, and thank you all for playing and supporting me in this way. I love all of you very much. And I will see you, I will see you in a couple days. Everyone else will see you next week. Yippee!
Woo. Yippee!
Wahoo!
There we go.
Yep.
Wee.
Yippee!
How do raids work?
Yeah, just slash raid, type in your name, and there you go. It's gonna automatically take you to their
stream.
thing.
You're automatically in it.
If I want to leave this game, can I just close it?